Welcome to another episode of Africa Farming, a channel focused on new generation farmers and new entrants in farming who are willing to learn new farming practices. So take a second or two to subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you whenever we have a new video released. To our subscribers, thanks a lot for supporting us and watching our videos without fail. It is indeed through you that we've been able to achieve a milestone of being monetized by YouTube. Asanteni, asanteni, asanteni sana. In today's episode, we'll go through our sheep spraying routine and why it is very important to always stick to this routine. In our Africa Farming farm, we have always used what we call almatics, which is an oil-based acaricide mixed with water to spray our sheep. The exact ratio of this acaricide to water that we apply is normally 40 ml of almatics mixed with 20 liters of water. Now, as you mix in the spraying tank or the spraying container that you use to spray, make sure that the first bits of the spraying is done in the water to ensure effective mixing. Some general precautions before spraying that you should know are: number one, do not spray animals in a confined, non-ventilated area. Make sure that wherever it is that you're spraying, we have an open space that is well ventilated. Do not contaminate feed or drinking water. So ensure that you don't mix cooking pots that you use. Do not use them to mix your chemicals. And of course, spray away from the livestock feed and water that you actually use on your livestock. 3, water your animals well before treatment so they will not leak the sprayed fluid. Another thing also to take as a precaution is do not apply the spray to sick animals or animals that are under stress. Do not spray lambs that are less than 3 months old, and those that are between 3 to 6 months, use light applications of the spray. Now, for those people who want to slaughter their sheep, of course, this might be obvious, but let me just say it: do not spray your sheep before slaughtering. Also, ensure that you wear gloves and protecting clothes, wear goggles and face masks to avoid any contact with the acaricide. Of course, in our episode, we did not do that, but we ensured that we washed ourselves very, very well after. But as a precaution, just wear gloves, protective clothing, goggles if you have, and a face mask. Another thing also is do not eat, smoke, or drink while you're handling the chemicals. This is obvious. The acaricides are poisonous and they might lead to disastrous effect if you do that. Some are actually flammable. So if you smoke around such a place, they might actually cause an explosion or something of the sort. Make sure you also clean your sprayers immediately after you use. And just as I said before, wash yourself and your clothes well with soap and water after treatment is finished. Now, some may ask, when is the best time to spray? As a rule of thumb for us is we always spray before 9 a.m. when the sun is not too hot. So just always spray early in the morning before animals get thirsty to minimize cases of ingestion of the insecticide. Now, when spraying, hold the nozzle of the spray pump at a distance of around 30 centimeters from the animal, or approximately 1 foot from the animal. Then start with the hind legs, then go to the udder and the belly, followed by the sides of the animals. Now, once this is done, go to the top of the animal or the back itself, which is actually at the top. Then once you're done with the back, go to the tails, after which you spray the front legs and the shoulder, then finish with the head. Ensure that the whole body is covered by this wash, and give special attention to some of these areas that are normally ignored. Around the anus, around the udder area and the teats, also around and between the hooves on the legs, that is, because most people always forget, and that is the best ground to breed bacteria and those other things that will cause diseases eventually. Also ensure that you also check around the eyes, inside the ears, and also for males around the scrotum, right? Now for animals with horns, those animals that have horns, of course my sheep don't have horns, but if you're spraying animals that have horns like goats, there are some sheep that have horns, cows and all that, always check also around the base of the horns, because these are breeding ground for, you know, such pests that will cause diseases. Now it is very important to carry out this activity in crash pens, because crash pens help easy handling of the animals. Now for us, we've not yet constructed these pens, so we will remember in our previous video when we were taking you through our sheep pen, we set out an area called the restraining area, where we said we'll use that area to, you know, do the spraying and all that. So ensure that if you don't have a crash pen, at least you have a separate area that is well ventilated, that can actually help you handle the animals easily when you're spraying. For our case, it is the restraining section of the sheep pen. And also, once you're done spraying the animals, kindly go and also spray where they stay, where they sleep, around the area they sleep, because if you spray the animals without spraying the house where they stay, you're not actually doing anything, because the pest might actually be spread on the ground where they lie, or where they rest, or where they sleep. So once you've sprayed and it's dry and they go back to where they sleep, the same pests will still go back to their bodies. So ensure that apart from just spraying the animals, you also go and spray their house, right? So I hope you've learned a thing or two out of this episode, and that we've covered almost everything that is essential when it comes to spraying your livestock. Do not forget to leave your comments, like and share this video with your friends. If you've not connected with us on social media, kindly go to our social media accounts: on Facebook, Africa Farming; on YouTube, Africa Farming; and of course on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter at Africa Farming KE. If you want to reach us out on our mobile number, especially on WhatsApp, and strictly because of business, our number has been shared in the description section of this video. And if you're new, welcome to the Africa Farming family, and we hope to see you in our subsequent videos. And until next time, enjoy your browsing, and always remember, changamka na ukulima. Bye bye.